Hello, it's Warwick Ellis, Material Civil Test Equipment, MatCiv Test. This is a training on the latest controller for universal testing machines and concrete compression machines. This training session is an introduction to advanced features using a PC to control a compression machine. There are multiple software packages available for this machine. We're just testing on the Sematron system and calibration system at the moment. I've opened the software. We're in the test center. You can see up the top. I'm assuming that we can see the mouse on the screen. Over on the left, we've got some information about what loads on the machine and feedback and controls. So this is the controlling information. This is the actual pressure on the machine. Just like when you're working on the display on the actual machine itself, you have to turn the drive on. So the drive is here. So I'm going to turn the drive on. So I've now turned the drive on. I can manually drive the machine using these buttons. Right, you can see here I'm driving the machine. You can drive it up and down, etc. Over here up the top, we've got different controls that we can engage. Right. We've got some commands. We've got PID features that generally nobody will work with. We've got a position control here. We can select the speed. I'm going to select kilonewtons a second. I'm going to put, let's say 1 kilonewton a second in there. And just to show you the features on this machine, I'll change that to kilonewtons. This machine at the moment, we actually have a 100 kilonewton load cell in the machine. So I'm going to just tell it I want to stop at 50 kilonewtons. All right. So the load's being applied. Right. This is the controlling information. I don't quite know why this says 5 kilonewtons there. It should say 50, but at the moment we're taking up the daylight gap. And you can see the load is starting to go up. We're at 37 kilonewtons. There we go. I hadn't clicked the button at the bottom. You can see now, I'll move this down a bit. You can see here we're sitting at 50 kilonewtons load. If I want to change that to 60 kilonewtons, I can change it. Simple as that. So you can see here that the graph is going up at 1 kilonewton a second to 50 kilonewtons. I can now, we're now at 60 kilonewtons. Oops. We'll change that to 2 kilonewtons a second. And I'm going to change that to go up to 75 kilonewtons. So you can see that the graph here going up. Well, we're already at 75 kilonewtons. I should have done it at a slower rate. Okay, so it's sitting there now holding at 75 kilonewtons. I'm going to change to a cyclic control. Up here I'm going to control by load. I want to do a sine wave. I'm going to do an amplitude of 10 kilonewtons. And we're going to go at let's say 0.1 hertz. All right. Invalid parameter. What have I got wrong in here? Oh, 10 newtons. I want 10 kilonewtons. No, still got a problem. Okay, we're now at a point where you can see we're running at 0.1 hertz, doing a sine wave. I'll push it up to 15 kilonewtons. Send. So you can see we're going a little bit higher now. We're going up and down. Up and down at 15 kilonewtons. How about I change it to a sawtooth wave shape? And it actually applies these commands from when we needed to, from when we initiate the send. So you can now see it's doing a sawtooth wave shape, and it's going up and down by 15 kilonewtons. What I'm going to do is change it to a triangular pace rate. Alright, so you can see now we're getting a triangular curve. and down the bottom here we can tell how often we're going to do it for. We'll change it to 3 send. All right. Anyway, the main purpose of this is to show the level of control that we have. Right, we can do wave shapes. All this can also be done in the standard machine, but you can't adjust things while it's running like you can in the PC. So on the screen display, you can set all the wave shapes up, etc. So I'm going to close the cyclic screen down, and we're going to go for a positional. Back to the positional screen, we're going to go at a pace rate of kilonewtons a minute. We're going to go 1 kilonewton a minute, and I'm going to change it, and I want to go down to, let's say, 20 kilonewtons. Don't know why it's not going down.